As women in our middle stage of life, we're more aware than ever of how choices affect our health, our energy, and our well being. But making healthier choices shouldn't feel like decoding a chemistry textbook. If you've ever stood in a store squinting at a product label, wondering if you're making the right decision, you're not alone. Welcome back to the Ever Evolving Woman podcast, the podcast for women embracing their next chapter with wisdom, clarity, and confidence. Today's guest is one of our own listeners, a woman using an app called Yucca to make a simple, informed decision about what she puts in and on her body. From food to cosmetics, she's using Yucca to cut through confusion and feel in control of her health. Hi, ladies. So happy to have you join us again on the Ever Evolving Woman podcast. I hope you enjoyed the episode today, and let's dive right into it.
Year old, what is right, what is not for what she's putting on her face, in her hair, and the food that she gives both of them. So she introduced me to it, and I've been hooked ever since.
Nice. So have you found any surprises or aha moments about products that you're using?
Yeah, a few. So there's one. It's actually Molly Sims has a line called it's YSE. It's supposed to be wise, and it's really marketed as this very clean products, good for your skin. I have this beautiful foundation that also has SPF in it, and I've recommended it to so many people based on how it's been marketed, and a lot of my Instagram influencers use it. And so after I was visiting Jackie at home, I came home and then just kind of became obsessed and was scanning everything I have. And it had one of the poorest ratings for what was actually in the product. So it was just kind of this aha of what we've been marketed to what's actually in it, and how it can impact, just us overall. Another one of my very unfortunate guilty pleasures is Pop-Tarts. Like, I love a good Pop-Tart. And I can't tell you how many years it's been since I've had one, but like a good strawberry Pop-Tart with icing, like, yes, please. And so I was in Target, and they actually had in one of the end caps these, healthy, whole grain, all the healthy marketing Pop-Tarts. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is it. I can finally have a Pop-Tart again, and they're going to be healthy. So I got out my app as I put it in my cart, and it was red. And so the app kind of goes like from red, yellow, orange to green to tell you how good or bad it is. And they were rated poor with a red dot, and then went through everything that's in them. And so it's just another aha of what we're marketed and the words that are on it, that on these products, that lead us to believe they're either healthy for our skins or our bodies, and they're actually not.
Well, I have good news for you. My son makes homemade Pop-Tarts, so I will get you his
Oh, you have
recipe
no
for
idea.
homemade
Ah,
Pop-Tarts.
yes, please.
That's too funny. That's interesting, Kara, because I found the same thing. When I went after you showed me the app, I went home and did the same thing. I went through some of the products that I put on my face, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I know. And so I've totally switched, and I love that they also recommend. Based on the product
Yeah.
that you put in, they recommend products that are better than that do something similar that are better for your skin or better for your body.
It's such a good point. We can then make informed decisions, right? It was like, okay, in fact, another one was Healthy Pop, right? Which I think, oh, or Skinny Pop, I take that back. And the butter one is actually not very good for you, but gave me other alternatives as I was in the grocery store. Okay, wait, if I want some popcorn, I can try this one instead.
Yeah, that was the other thing too that I found very interesting is like looking like I actually went through Costco one time just being bored in Costco.
I didn't
And
know you could
just
be bored at Costco. There's so much there.
maybe I should have said I was being a nerd in Costco. And I was going through just scanning like the health bars, like the granola bars,
Yeah.
and like what's in, and amazing. Again, exactly like what you just said. They're well rated, and they market them to us like it's healthy. It's a healthy alternative, and I was amazed at the ones that I was actually amazed at the ones that were rated well, that aren't marketed as
Agreed.
well as the ones that were marketed as healthy but were not.
It's funny on the skincare front. I have It's another guilty pleasure. In the winter, I will do like, it's like, I call it my spray tan in a can. But it's like, a Mister bottle, and it's the Saint Tropez one. And I'm always like, this has got to be terrible for me, but I don't want to know, like, it's my one, like, makes me feel better when I'm as pale as ice, in December. And so I was like, oh gosh, I'm going to do it. I scanned it, and it was actually good. Like, it was on the good to great scale.
Oh,
So it
nice.
was kind of a similar to like things that we wouldn't expect and weren't necessarily marketed to us. If anything, the opposite, were actually perfectly fine for my skin.
Nice, nice. I also was surprised too. The shampoos and the conditioners that I
Hmm.
had been using were expensive and marketed as really good products.
Hmm.
And then I got on to see, well, what is a good shampoo? And it was like so incredibly much cheaper. I hate to say it, less expensive.
Yeah.
And it's a lavender and it smells so good. It also was so inexpensive and it works super well on my hair. It feels so good. So nothing like saving money as well.
Exactly. Two for one.
Yeah, not purchasing the more expensive product, but looking to see. And I always feel like, if it's that much, I mean, it was like really seriously a third of what I had been
Yeah.
paying. And I thought, hey, try it. If you don't like it,
It's only $5 instead of $50. I mean,
right,
I'm, using,
right. But
kind
yes,
of
yeah,
crazy numbers, but you're
well,
like, it's not
maybe.
near as much. Yeah. Yeah. I've been known to get Orbe before in the past. Yeah.
Questions, actually just one more to talk about, and that is how, like, and I think we've kind of talked about this, but how has it affected the way that you shop or cook or even talk to others about wellness?
Yeah, I've been on kind of a wellness journey the past 2 years. As I was turning, let's just say, a number age that I was getting worried about. I was kind of like, I need to really start being intentional about being healthier in my body, on my body, as I've, kind of gotten older and my hormones change and how I process food changes. And I've seen drastic differences in my sleep, in my just overall wellness, how I feel in, how sharp I am at work. And a lot of it relates to, my health and wellness. So it's helped me make more informed decisions when I'm purchasing things, especially food and beauty care products. The other thing, it's kind of funny. I actually have told my team at work, and a very multi-generational team, and I had to laugh. Actually, today we've got a little snack table that will bring in treats, or I'll bring in a lot of nuts or different things. And one of, let's just say, the much younger individuals on my team was like, oh wait, I got a bone to pick with Kyle. And I was like, what's wrong? What's going on? And he's like, he brought in that Costco nut mix with the Reese's, and I used the Yucca app. It's terrible for us. And so it's just kind of, and I was like, it's okay. I think every now and again we can dip into the trail mix, but even they are doing it for, the snacks that we bring in. And so I think it's really important for us as we're, in next kind of seasons as women. But for everybody, it's kind of changed people's perspective on what they eat, when they eat it, how they purchase it, and same with skincare. A lot of my other friends my age who have, young ones in the, 7 to 15-year-old range, which I'm shocked Sephora is like as hot as it is with that crowd. I wasn't shopping at Sephora until I was 25. But like it's helped them too, right? With little girls, what shouldn't allow. And, the healthcare craze is all the boom for them right now too.
Yeah, and again, for me, when I looked at it, like what I'm putting on my face what I am purchasing is so much less expensive now
Yeah.
than what I was purchasing,
Yeah. Saves
and I
us money
like it.
too.
Yeah, and I like it just as well. Well, Kara, thank you. I know you are incredibly busy, and I cannot say thank you enough for just having this chat with me and sharing some wisdom and sharing your experience with the Yucca app. And I will put the link to the app in the show notes, so you all need to check it out. And if you haven't yet, please follow us on Ever Evolving Woman. Join us on the website.
I can't thank you enough for having me. I think it's a really important conversation for us to have. I love a happy, healthy community. It's going to help us all thrive as we enter these next seasons of life.
Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. If you have a friend who might enjoy it, please share it with them. You can also connect with us on social media at ever.evolving.woman. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. This podcast is a space for us to learn from one another and explore topics that we don't always talk about openly. If there's a subject you'd like to hear covered, or if you have a topic you'd like to be a guest on the podcast to discuss, please let us know, and I'll do my best to make it happen. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope your day is filled with God's blessings.